Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fun and wild episode of 1000 Gurus with me, your host, J.R. Yonocruz. Today's guest is a repeat guest, Yerson Ochoa, who was the fourth guest on season 1 of this show. And so, Yerson is quite literally one of the most talented dancers I know, specializing in a lot of different styles, actually. If you check out his Instagram, you'll see. And he is a sought-after teacher and choreographer, mostly in the SoCal area, including and not limited to SML Studio in Irvine, Epicenter Arts and Entertainment in Torrance, YG Dance Studio in San Gabriel, and Movement Lifestyle in Burbank. So I was happy to have Yerson come back as a return guest because not only was he one of the first guests on the show, but he's also a close personal friend of mine and, like I mentioned, one of the most talented dancers that I know. I'm also glad that we got into a very technical discussion about dance, something that I haven't done before on this show, despite having about 99% of my guests being dancers. And he even fielded some questions from his students from his Instagram on how to improve as a dancer. We also talk about balancing an art form you love, like dance, as a profession, the power of building your community, the effect of social media on content creators, and our own hot takes on fake friends. This was kind of a hybrid random show and standard show, but hopefully you guys will enjoy the listen as much as I did. So without further ado, hope you enjoyed this episode with Yerson Ochoa. Hello everyone and welcome back to 1000 Gurus. Please welcome back my guest, Yerson Ochoa.
Hi guys. Hello. I'm back.
He's back.
I promise it.
Yes, he is. He did. He's one of the few guests who have a part 2. So as we were talking about this before, actually Yerson and I just came back from the gym.
Yeah, my body hurt.
Yeah, because he's trying to hurt his body just like his soul.
Yeah, it has to match.
Has to match. Consistent.
It doesn't have
you can't feel good physically and bad emotionally. You got to make them align.
Make them together.
Yeah, which is good.
No, it's actually the opposite way.
Don't you want to grow? Like it's built.
Yeah, I wanted to grow because I want to bring myself back up. I think. Not down. It's not like I'm trying to make me feel bad and trying to make me feel better. You know?
Yeah.
Workout is a good thing.
Yeah, no, it is. And it's fine. We were talking about it before because we were just catching up. I don't know when's the last time we hung out. You remember?
Not really.
Because we see each other here and there, but not like hang out.
Yeah, it's different. It's totally different, especially because when you are with your friends or your social circle, you are more like a father. So you're like taking care of everything. So barely we talk. We don't sit down and talk.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Plus our schedules are different because obviously I work during the day and then at night I'm more free-ish except for when I'm doing dance stuff. But you teach mostly evening, afternoon, right?
Yeah.
So like it doesn't really line up.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah.
But it's not just you, bro. Like for real. I don't have social. I mean, I have friends, but it's most of it, I see them because I'm dancing. So like, okay, let's talk. But it's not like I make plans with one person.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's like when we're in our routine in our life, the people we're around, it's easier to just connect with them because we're already there. Whereas like you and I, we kind of had to make effort to schedule something and stuff like that. So it makes sense.
Who wants to do that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't want to hang out with you. Yeah, so it was good. We were catching up and we realized, or at least I realized, that everyone is going through their own problems. So,
bro, I don't know if this year or it's 5 years before. Everybody's having so much problems.
Yeah. I think when you take a step back and look at everything, we all always go through problems at one phase or another. And I think sometimes it's more obvious than others. But, no one's life's perfect, but we all try to work through it. So maybe it's a reminder for myself, just have compassion because everyone's problems are different. Like the examples we were talking about, everyone has problems, but they're all different areas. Everyone has different strengths, different comforts, but everyone has different problems. So what I was thinking was sometimes you might look at someone else's life on social media or your friends and think, wow, I would really love to have their life. But think about it because
you don't know.
Their life might look great on social media or whatever, but they have a lot of problems that you don't know about. And I doubt that you would ever want to trade your life for theirs because I think about that too. My life isn't always great, but I know that I think I wouldn't want to trade my life for someone else's, even if it looks great on paper because they have their own issues they have to deal with. So I would second guess or just think about that.
It's social media problem too. Like, come on, you cannot trust everything that you watch there. Like, it's a page when you show what you like to share. Who does want to share something that you don't look good on it? It's kind of annoying. There's people also like, I don't feel like post anything because I don't look good. I'm like, yeah, but what if you just share moments that you just having fun? You don't have to look good. And it's kind of fake though. Like, So don't believe nothing on Instagram though. And I feel like I'm talking about problems, right? It's different problems for everybody, but also it's depend on the person how they can deal those problems, right? Because for me, for you, relationship problems, it could be something that you have experience with, but put it on myself. I'm not saying this is the case. It's an example.
Mhm.
I don't have so much energy, so much knowledge about it. So my experience is none. And it's going to take a while to get used to it and deal with it. And it's so much pressure on my head and it's so much to carry on. But it doesn't have to be just relationships. And it can be in any kind of topic. And that's the problem. So you will say, but this is easy. Why are you having so much problems with it? Come on. No, don't compare it like that, you know? It's just problems and that's it.
Exactly. Some person's problems are easier to other people and harder for other people. So it's kind of hard to, you can't compare it, is what we're saying, right?
No, you cannot compare. You can relate it. But
You can relate, but you can't compare. That's why I try to listen and be like, okay, obviously I can't relate in that sense. It's not like I'm going through the same thing, but I can empathize. And I know that that problem is hard for you, even though if I were in that situation, maybe I think, oh, that's easy for me. If I were to go through that, I can handle it. So it's one of those things you got to consider.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Problems.
Anyways, so that was a great intro. So hopefully sets the tone. Hopefully you guys aren't too depressed and just clicking off of this. But here's my warm-up question that I told Yerson.
Sorry, I didn't have to.
My warm-up question for you, this is an easy softball, but should people get tattoos of their significant other?
I did not thought that you're going to have the guts to say that. Okay. I shut up.
Yeah, dude, what are your thoughts on getting tattoos with your girlfriend or boyfriend, significant other? What do you have any thought? I don't have tattoos.
It's really cute.
You think it's cute?
It's cute. I mean, it's cute. I got the idea. I got it. You feel like it's the love. You feel like you love them.
It's going to last forever.
It's going to last forever.
Just
But
like the
you never know,
tattoo.
you never know.
You never know.
I guess, I mean, well, you don't put the name on your face. Like, you're fine.
You should just do it. Just try it.
Yeah, no. Come on. I love tattoos, but I don't want to do that.
So that's why I do. That's why I do.
I would do it for my parents.
Yeah,
maybe
right?
my mom.
Yeah.
Elsa. No, I don't know. No. I wouldn't do it.
So what are your future tattoos? Do you have any ideas or anything that you want to get?
Tattoos for me is really important because something is like mark on my body. I feel like my body is like a book, so I'm trying to put tattoos that actually have the same meaning of my life, my book, my life, right? So the tattoos that I have, all of them has a meaning, or all of them has a vibe, or a reason what is there. So I guess this tattoo too is like very important for me too. So I don't see it as a bad thing. Okay, we didn't last forever, but it's a good thing. I think maybe I can decorate it or do something different to make it more mine, but it's still part of my life. And I feel like people got to understand that.
It's true. That makes sense.
Even the relationships within that doesn't last forever. It gives you so much knowledge about life and how to deal with problems. So in the moment that you think you're trying to, okay, I'm going to pretend that it never appear, it will never happen. There's when you're actually coming back to the same problem. So it's like, you're not learning.
You're not learning. Yeah.
You're not appreciating things. So you're never going to appreciate something when it's in your face. If you couldn't appreciate the past, how do you want to appreciate the present? It's no sense. So I really appreciate persons that being in my life. And even the relationships are gone, I always think the best part of those. So I'm like carrying all this good energy from the back to myself. And I also the bad things, why not? But more as a like lessons, right? I cannot be like that. I cannot be like this. I cannot be like that. I know when I'm out of the plate. I know when I'm the problem. I learn how to be okay with it. So I guess like a tattoo, bro, is like the minimum problem. Meanwhile, it's not a name. Don't do the name. Don't do the name.
Don't put names on your bodies.
My brother did it.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry, brother. Like, he doesn't speak English. My brother did it. Bro, my brother did it. And he has to pay for another big tattoo on the whole chest because it was a whole name right here. Yeah. Toxic girl. Hate it.
Okay, so you dodged that. You learned from your brother. Don't put a name.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the name.
It's funny because the question started off as a joke, but now I think there's a good idea there because there's this idea of relationships or whatever. You know how some people are they don't want to let go of a relationship, even if it's time to move on, next chapter, turn the page, right? It's hard. So I get that. But what I try to think about is, even though this chapter is done and this person is not in your life, and even though you want to hold on to that person because you feel like if I let them go, then it feels like a waste. But I'm thinking, no, it's not a waste because like a tattoo, that person had an impression on you that you can never really erase unless you wipe your memory, right? It's changed you. You've grown from it. You learn from your mistakes. You move forward. And so you can appreciate that time you spent with that person or that friendship or whatever, and you can appreciate how you've grown from it. But you don't need to pretend like it didn't happen, and you don't need to like not regret the mistakes that you did, because that's what life is all about. And I think that's a good point, because we all have friends or exes that are not in our lives anymore, but it doesn't mean you need to pretend they don't exist. You can never talk to them because that chapter's closed and you don't need to have them moving forward. But that doesn't mean you need to hold on to the past.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's a balance, right? So
it's a balance. Of course, you want to set the boundaries.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that the boundaries mean by I never knew you about you. I don't know you.
Erasing them from your life.
No.
I think it's fine to keep them like, look, they're in your memory. And we're not together in the present, or we're not friends in the present, and we will never be friends in the future. Maybe. But I still appreciate, but I still appreciate that we had a past together, and I can take that, and now that is part of who I am, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I changed a lot. Every relationship that I had, I changed a lot. I got better. I got worse. It hurt me. Mm-hmm. Why not? I got hurt. I hurt people. Mm-hmm. I guess like everybody made mistakes. Everybody like do things good and bad. And sometimes that's also not easy to relate it, because for you it could be good, but for that person it could be bad, or vice versa. That you did something bad for that person, but in the end it's something that she needs to grow on. Like you were too honest with that person. You hurt her. You think like you did bad, but that person need to know it, and that person now got better because that. So it ended up being something good, even though it looks bad. Does that make sense? Like it's like kind of what is good, what is bad, whatever.
Yeah. No one's trying to hurt each other intentionally, but if you do get hurt, it's part of life to learn and grow and get better from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we have a few topics, even though this is more of a sort of random show focused on your stuff.
I'm going to take this podcast from me.
Yeah, there you go.
Now it's mine. 1,000 Gurus with Yerson.
There you go. Good luck, man. Good luck. So the first, So the first one is basically being a teacher or dancing as a job. You talked about this being one of the things you wanted to talk about. So I guess the main idea is balancing it as someone who dances professionally, as a teacher, as a career. And both of us are dancers that we enjoy as an art form. But how do you see balancing it versus enjoying something, but then when it becomes a job, when your art that you enjoy, now you have to work at it and it pays your bills? Sometimes we find that it burns us out.
It's stressing. It's stressing though. Like even because I thought in my city, it was the dance or the art industry is really bad paid. Here is also though. Like here is just a base of lucky. Like you can have the best gig ever, but you at the same time, you can have some good gigs with no payment. So it's a lot of luckiness and then also a lot of hard work for yourself. On in case you're in agency, it's great, but just teaching, bro, like it's a lot to take care of. Like I depend on myself. I had to pay, or I had to make all the commercial publicity. What do you say? Publicity about my classes, advertising, share, invite people and everything. And that thing is hard. Create a public is hard unless you are already famous, but it's another story. But all the effort is stressing. It's very burnout. And sometimes it's even harder for me to catch up on all this new technology, new pages, new social medias and stuff. And I personally don't like it. I don't like to use social media, but I need to. It's my job, right? It's burnout. But something that is still force me, or not force me, because it's just not force it, but something that helps me to go through it is the fact that I don't force myself to do things that I don't want to. When I'm teaching, even if it's a bad day, I actually show my bad day. Like I use the class to show that artists are not just like happiness, beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And I always be open, honest with my students to be like, I'm not having a good day. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try my best, but let's see what's happening. And I have the best luck ever because all my students has that energy. They have the feedback to me. Great. And so I can go through it. And in the end, I get some energy back so I can keep going. But to balance all this stuff is, first of all, don't think that all your classes has to be perfect. Because there is classes when I also was like, what am I doing? I'm really dizzy. I don't get the things done, and all like my mind is not working. But it's not the worst of the day. So it's not the end of the day. You can have another day. It's like actually also another kind of job. So there's moments when you do nothing. There's moments when you have to do everything, and there's when you hate it. But this is the difference. Like I love to do this and I choose to do this, right? I did it before. My first time that I burned out and I actually stopped teaching and crashed out, it was when I was in Peru. I was doing everything. I was trying to keep on control everything. I wanted to make sure that all my students are learning something, all my students are practicing and training and feeling better. And it was so much responsibility on me of people's mind. And it's something that you cannot control. So once I learned to let it go, there is when I'm doing my best from my side. And if they take it, great. And there is when actually, because you share it, you're an artist. So you share, when you're teaching, you share your problems, you share your anger, you share your fake, because you're also trying to pretending to be nice, pretending to be happy when you're not. That's also another bad thing. So all this is draining on your body, like on your mind and your emotions. So once that you let it go and you're very honest in your classes, like the classes start being more by your side, more on your side. It's less energy to put on like being happy all the time. That's how I deal with it. That's how I deal with it. I'm being honest with my students. I'm being honest with my classes, and I force myself to stand up and in front of people and don't try to control their minds, and always giving suggestions like, guys, if is this class too hard or it's too slow, just let me know, and we work through it. So it makes the class, and I think that community too, more grateful. And they, in the end, give me that energy. For example, now I need. Lately, I have some students who came with me, like they know that I have to teach 12 p.m. and sometimes I don't take a breakfast or I eat something and they bring me food. And damn, that made my whole day. Like I can keep teaching now. It's amazing. So I feel like the right community always comes when you also being real. So I forced myself to be real this time and not pretend that I'm the best teacher ever or and do everything perfect, because that's when you stress out the most when you work, trying to pretend that you are the best dancer, best teacher, and you ended up being tired and then you hate it. And then what am I teaching? What am I dancing? I don't want to do this. I'm faking. Boom. Stress. So that's how I do it.
Yeah.
It helps him for now. It's been helping me.
Like being authentic, basically. Being authentic, and then that community, like you said, reflects back or gives back to you because you put so much into your community, your students and everything. And so it's nice to have that feeling of, now that I need some energy back, they're more than happy to give you that energy and support you as well.
It's beautiful though. The whole support that they've been doing to me lately is sometimes I'm crying, bro. Sometimes I like, even the parents of the little students comes to me and give me a letter, and I'm like, damn. It feels great. It feels great. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
If you're watching, listening to it, like,
Shout
thank
out
you
to
so much. Like,
all of
for
your
real.
students. Yeah.
Love it.
Cool. So we have also some questions, dance tips, since you are the best teacher in the whole world. So
why you do that to me, bro?
We have some questions for you from your students and from some people online. So I guess these are kind of technical, right? Not necessarily emotionally deep, but we'll start with the first one. So as a student, how do you dance sharper and cleaner and then add facials? How do you approach that?
Okay, I'm bad at facials. I'm also bad at facials. If you're looking at me, you're going to see my face in the whole program. It's not a good facial. Like, I'm trying my best to look good on camera, okay? I'm still doing
check out his Instagram and see if he's lying. See.
Okay, there is a video of me. It's like that, but being one harmony. It take me like 30 videos to do it for myself, because the song, the choreography has a part when you gotta get close to the camera and do something very cringy. I'm not a cringy person. I'm trying social media. I'm trying, but I was so hard. Like, I'm so shy right there. But for being sharp and clean is muscle memory and also a lot of training. It's not just that your body. Do you think that your body is ready for all of that? But actually, even if you're strong or not, or your body's weak, you need the muscle memory and the muscle be trained. So you can drill the choreography as much as you want and make sure that your lines and your pictures that you want to keep clean are clean, or start workout, especially workout something in a way, not a normal gym, more like a dance workout.
Like conditioning,
because that actually helps to those muscles to remember. It's just muscle memory. So it's, for example, that's what I really admire ballet dancers, because it's a training that you don't do like just a year. It's 5-6 years when you're young. So your muscle retain all these lines, and your muscle itself is made for dance. Like same for other kind of disciplines, but this is a more common, like a more strict one. So yeah, and I would say if you want to be sharp, you want to be clean, conditioning, workout, patience, slow marks, super slow marks. Try to understand the pictures that you want to watch. Use the mirror a lot because your brain can think that your hand is in the right place, but it's not until you see it on the video or in the mirror. So you gotta be careful with those stuff. Like it's a muscle memory. It has to hurt. It has to hurt. Sorry.
What about facials? Any tips on facials?
I feel this is not for me. My friend, he actually told me like when I was taking pictures of myself, I suck, but I got to like training it. It's also muscle. Like all your face has a lot of muscles, so you gotta practice that. Photos of yourself. Take a lot of photos of yourself. Videos. Try to look at the camera all the time. Try to imagine myself. I imagine a person on the camera and I try to connect with that person. Okay. So you gotta to dominate the camera. You cannot let the camera like intimidate you or make you shy. It's hard. Yeah. I'm still dealing with it. But this is what I'm doing. If it helps, let me know. Because I'm trying.
I like that too. That was one of the challenges for me when I was going from performance dancing to K-pop because it's now people and now it's a camera. And so learning how to dance for the camera, pretending like it's a real person is so difficult because I can dance in front of a person and look at them and perform to them and they like, oh shoot, it's so intense. For me, that's fun. But when it's a camera, it's just a dead piece of, it's like a technology. It's just an empty shell. So I'm like, okay, what am I looking at? A lens? And so for me, it took a lot of effort to try to pretend.
Always get distracted when I was filming in public and stuff. I trying to my best to look at the camera, but there is moments when I actually look at the people behind because I'm also like a father, like I have the father vibes.
Yeah.
So I'm making sure that our surrounding is safe. So if something happen, I gotta be awake to react right away. Right?
While you're dancing?
While I'm dancing.
What the heck?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm still looking out. See, I'm usually supporting, so I can look at all of our stuff and everything like that. But when I'm like, obviously I'm not dancing, so I can look out for everyone. But if I'm dancing, oh, that's tough.
ADHD.
There you go. You're like, Yerson, focus. You're dancing.
Yeah, that's when I do mistakes. Sorry.
There you go. Next question is, how do you have more energy? Energy.
We come back to the gym. I really feel like start the day with something like moving, like something like an exercise. It wakes all your body up. So then you just keep going. Eat healthy. Like I'm a fruit person. I don't eat candies or all the stuffs. Maybe Gatorade is my only addiction. My only sugar is I always drinking that thing. But fruit is really good. Like having a good diet helps a lot. Having and also a training moment, it helps a lot. And if you come to my classes, you notice that I also warm up, and sometimes I warm up a lot, or you are already sweating when you warm up. It's because I actually want to wake up my body too. Sometimes I have to wait in the car like an hour and a half while I'm driving, so my body's dead. So I start the class with something a little bit intense. That way I can wake up. So stretch or warm up and start with all of that. You create a habit, and your body start like feeling this momentum, and you just keep going until you rest. Because actually when you're going to rest, you're resting for 2 days, 3 days, you feel lazy again. And like, why am I so tired? Come back to move. I guess that's what helps me.
Yeah. I think for people who are just starting dance, you'd be surprised that the dancers at the highest levels who have crazy energy and stamina, they are very intentional with taking care of their health and conditioning and training and cardio and everything. Yeah. You'd be surprised that they treat their bodies like they're athletes, and that's how they can dance crazy like that.
We are athletes, bro.
Yeah, we are athletes. Exactly. So if you're approaching it, and I get it, if you're new, you're just started dancing, you're taking Yerson's class, you're like, oh, I'm always so gassed out, I'm winded, right? But you have to realize that people like Yerson and other people, they treat their bodies like athletes. They have to rest, they have to train, they have to do cardio.
Yeah, have to rest more.
Eat, yeah, exactly. Eat well. It's funny because I don't think most of them are going to listen to this, but so I dance on a team. They're all college students. So they're like 12 plus years younger than me. They're like consistently, most of them gas out really fast. They get tired. They can't do more than one take. I'm like way older than them, and I know I can do more, but because I'm more intentional with taking care of my health, And so my stamina and cardio is better than at least half of them.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but see, I'm intentional about that. But also because I'm older, I have to take care of my body more. And so it just pays off. So start early, start now, take care of your body if you actually want more energy.
Yeah. And don't lie to yourself. I hate that when they're like, oh, it's because I'm not a dancer.
Yeah.
But you're doing a K-pop cover right now. Like you are already in the filming. You don't want to take care of your body. And you're like, it's because no, I'm not a dancer, professional dancer. No, it's not about to be a professional dancer. It's just, it comes with it. Like
It's part of it. It's part of the
part
art.
of it. Yeah. If you are really like taking this hobby, taking it well. Like there's when you're gonna have that whole experience. There's when you're gonna feel like overpowered. That's when you're gonna feel like, damn, I want to do more. That's how you get it. No, it's not just I know 2-3 steps and I gonna go in. I'm a dancer. No, don't lie to yourself. Everyone who's doing covers right now, guys, take care of your body. Go take classes. Make a little bit more like effort on those areas, and you're gonna notice that damn, my life changed because I'm a dancer. I'm getting better. I look better. I'm doing better. My self-esteem is getting better. Yeah, you got the whole package, and you're just not just doing a cover and that's it. Do more.
Yeah. I'll reiterate that just really quick because, like what Yerson's saying, if you just put a little bit more into it, commit a little bit more to dancing as an art form, and when you develop that level of skill, you will love it more. You will feel better about yourself. You'll more self-confidence in everything. But if you stop yourself from committing a little bit more, you're never going to feel how we feel about it.
Yeah.
Is like it gives us a lot more, but you can't get there until you try.
And then you complain.
And then,
and then you're like, oh, I wish I can dance like you.
Yeah.
But you don't want to condition.
Exactly. You don't want to put more into it.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, next one. This is more technical, and it might be hard for non-dancers to conceptualize, but weight shifting, weight distribution, and shifting.
Geez, yeah.
For me, when I dance with people who have just cover dance backgrounds and they don't have foundational backgrounds, I can always notice that the reason why they are off timing or they don't know how to transition from move to move is because their weight distribution and their shifting is off. So the question for you is how do you distribute your weight and shift your weight better?
Okay, this is something that I learned with some freestyle sessions and also my specifically house, because house is actually moving all the time and the bass comes from your hips. Yeah, all the dance comes from your core, of course, and your hips, right? So at the moment that you feel comfortable falling from backside diagonally, that is when you notice how your weight can move your body itself. So some people feel so heavy when they dancing, but it's because you are actually don't let yourself get out of the floor. You are not letting yourself be on unbalance. So you're trying to keep control and your body's still shy to explode. Make sense? I'm not saying that that's the only way to dance, but I'm feeling like it will help for you to be a little bit more lighter if you let the gravity works or if you let your joints space out a little bit more. So if you won't have problems with your balance, the space of your weight shifting is because you maybe feel comfortable being on the middle of your body. Like these are your legs, right? Wait, where I am. These are your legs. This is your hips. And you always hear. You never hear or you never hear. So there is when you gotta be comfortable in just one side and try to this leg like fly away or do something different. And you're like in this side of your body. And we come back to conditioning because your leg has to be strong to deal with all your weight. And also if you hear, you can also move a little bit out, like almost falling and find the balance with your hands maybe or your head going to the opposite side. Like things like that, kind of like a circus.
Like acrobats or
acrobatics. Yeah, all this stuff. So that will help to like understand how it feels being in those places and dance in those places. And that's the funny part. Like that's the fun part. You want to freestyle and you want to learn how to shift your weight, get in a weird position. A weird position for your hips and your body when you are just like maybe just on your toes or maybe just on your heels almost falling and try to dance right there. You're going to fall, but that's the part of the challenge, I guess. You got to get used to it.
I like that. Actually, that's a lot to think about, especially if you're a dancer. Basically, if I'm understanding correctly, be comfortable with dancing outside of your balance, your comfort zone, and that'll help you be more familiar and widen that ability to shift your weight and distribute your balance. Because if you're trying to always dance above your center and always trying to be in control, now you're only here and you can't dance further out. How about tips to learning choreo from just watching videos? Again, this is for K-pop dancers. A lot of us, we watch videos and we have to learn choreo. It's not like learning from a class or a teacher.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Okay, people think I teach K-pop and I'm like just learning the choreo and teaching, right? But it's something behind that. I've been training all the kind of styles, right? So all those styles have base from the basic steps. And now what we're watching on videos are those basic steps, and sometimes it's just a little bit of decoration or modifications, small, but you understand it. So for me, it's easy to see that dance when I see it in a window, right? In my phone, for example, you see a plain screen,
Yeah, okay.
plain screen. So you see all the movements on 2D. But because I had experience before, I can see the step, what it means, or how it goes, or where to go. And so I would recommend to, even if you don't want to take classes, search about the style in YouTube. Okay. And now it's a whole problem, right? You don't know what style is, or you don't know what step or where it comes from. Okay, I get it. Know the solution. Focus on the joints, their hips, their shoulders, their elbows. Don't think like it's just arms, legs, torso, head. There is more than that. Okay. See how the hips are twisting sometimes. Focus also on the dancer who actually feels more natural when they dancing. No, don't look just for your bias. Look for the person who actually feels comfortable with it. Sometimes it's even the backup dancers, because the backup dancers don't focus on facials or looking good. They try and commit to do the choreography because that's what they've been pay, right? So look for those places. That person, find the joints, the weight, where is he supporting by, left, right, and try to make sure that you understand the step and counts. Counts will help a lot. We're talking about choreography with a lot of people. So everybody has to be coordinated. Everybody has accounts. There is songs special that it has special sounds. Okay, got it. But most of everything is in counts. Okay, if it doesn't have counts, get the counts until it counts and add the special sounds later. It's a practice. And again, that's why there's dance teachers for support you and help you with that. But if you want to go through it, it's going to be tired. It's going to be hard, but you're going to get used to it. So get to one song that you like, that you can listen to it all the time, and add those points that we just said. And I hope it's going to help you. But that's what I do. I go over counts. I check the steps, where it comes from, where it goes, or what I'm trying to say. If I can see the choreographer, great. If I can see the choreographer doing it, even better. Check the dancer, joints, and forget about that it's just a 2D step, and try to find like how it looks. If I see it from the side, or if I see it from the back, just imagination. And that's it. That's how I do it. I hope it helps.
Yeah. No, that was good tips. If you are a K-pop dancer and you're wondering how to do all this stuff, just rewind that part. So now I'm going to give my own hot takes on all this stuff too. Kind of like what Yerson is saying. Because he has a experience with foundational styles, he can see what the move should be. And similar to myself, I have familiarity. So when I'm watching K-pop choreography, I'm like, I know what this move is supposed to be because I know where it comes from. And if you guys are new to K-pop, those choreographers, your favorite choreographers or K-pop groups, they all have familiarity with these styles too. Because if they're a good choreographer, they've trained in all these styles. So they're just not making this up from their brain. Everything is from something. And so if you can identify those patterns, and it's hard because if you're new to dance, you're not familiar with all these styles. You can't see what is a house step, what is a breakdancing step, what is whatever. But to Yerson's point, if you can familiarize yourself, and we talked about this in your first episode, with more styles and foundation than just K-pop, you will see it and you will be able to pick up from screen better. And the second part, you mentioned counts. And this is another hot take because I dance with a lot of K-pop cover dancers who are mostly that. My biggest pet peeve is when they say, oh, I don't know counts. And if you're just dancing for fun, sure, that's fine. If you're a dance teacher, you need to learn counts. And if you're leading a dance cover, you should definitely learn counts. One, it's not hard. So if you make excuses of, oh, I don't know how to count, I just do sounds, I say that's BS.
You're not a red flag.
You're not a real dancer. And I made this analogy. It's like you're trying to be a musician, but you don't know how to read music. Sure, you can play music by ear and
you have the talent.
Sure, that's fine. But most people in 99% of situations, you should learn how to read music. You should learn how to count to music. Counting to 8 is not hard. And 1 and 2 is not hard. And a 3 and a 4 is not that hard. But if you're a dancer and you're leading a team or you're leading a cover, learn how to count. It's not hard. And it's easier to get people on the same page because I've had so many situations.
It's a language.
I've had so many situations where I'm like, the count is 3 and 4. And they're like, what's the sound? Is it the drum in the back? I'm like, it's 3 and 4. It's 3 and 4.
Can you just
count
follow?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so for me, I might be a little bit harsh, but I'm like, you have no excuse as a leader to not learn how to count. And as a dancer, if you actually take dance seriously, my dance teachers were like, learn how to count. And so I took that. If you claim you love dancing and you want to teach and lead, you need to learn how to count and don't make excuses for yourself because that's low standards.
In case you are not a teacher, you don't plan to be a teacher, or you are not going to be like a leader or stuff, and you want to be a dancer, and that's your excuse, I will let you know something.
Of course.
It's a balance of both. If you can feel the music, you can feel those cat boom, the lyrics, the soft part, like the drums and all the stuff, you can also have to feel the counts behind. I'm not asking you to count all your life, and counts is the main thing. Yeah. No, because actually when you listen those notes, those sounds, you can pronunciate the step better. Cool, I got it there. I started dancing like that. I learned how to count in like half of my life of dancing. So when I started dancing and counting, I mix it. I'm not telling you just block yourself on counting, but mix it. Get that sound, that pronunciation, that boom, that cat that you're looking for, but place that cat boom and a count. And your life is going to be more understandable, and people will understand you better. And at the same time, when you're going to work on something or someone is leading to you, you at least going to understand when someone say 3 and 4. And yeah, we don't want to have a problem after. Make sense?
Yeah, no, exactly. 100%. It's like, if you have tools available to you, why not just learn how to use them instead of making your life hard and being like, let's everyone figure out the in the back. Like, why? Just count it. It's easy. It's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, unless it's pretty obvious, you know.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's pretty
obvious. It
obvious.
happens sometimes, like the beat is there, and people is, what beat? The beat.
It's yeah.
The rump.
It seems like it's such an easy thing that'll make everyone's life easier. But I guess my pet peeve is the mentality of, oh, I don't, so therefore I'm not going to. I'm like, but don't you want to learn?
Is coming out, sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, it's like an ego thing. Like, just learn. Like, I get that, and you're right. To your point, sometimes choreographers don't do accounts, and that's fine. It is on sound effects. It is on music, but don't make an excuse.
Yeah, don't make an excuse. Just don't make an excuse. Just try, bro. Like, work harder. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel like I'm just hating people right now.
No, it's fine.
If you get offended, I'm so sorry. Okay,
it's tough love. Like, it's valid perspective. I think listeners of my podcast have an open mind, and if you're not of an open mind, you're probably in the wrong place. So. Did you have any more dance questions you wanted to answer?
Yeah, I have a lot right here.
You want to just read out the question that you want to answer?
Yeah, because some of them are connected. It said like, how to manage to feel more relaxed when performing or recording. How can you shake the nerves and let loose? This is something that I do. I scream.
Like dessert.
Like,
just kidding.
no, like literally, like I scream. Like, yeah, in the middle before I'm dancing or something, because everything is on here. You get tight, you get like tough, or just because you're thinking like expectations, right? If someone is still looking at me, the camera is on, I'm on the center, I'm on the side. Am I being looking good? And the camera is pointing at me or not? Like, what the people is thinking? Oh, people make scream sounds. Is for me? Is for someone else? Bro, you're dancing. Yeah, all those thoughts were on mine too. It's on my mind too. So I got to scream before, like just to shout those voices out.
Shock yourself out of it.
Yeah, just Or also shaking my body a little bit. Yeah, to relax those muscles. Muscle relax it is better, more energy to throw. But yeah. So I would say scream. I mean, no.
I scream and scream.
Just find some way to disconnect your brain.
To distract you or get you in the zone or something.
Yeah. Or think about more like getting to the music. If you're a sensitive person, I really believe that it's going to be easy for you if you actually listen to song before. The music is on, you are already starting connecting with it. You just connecting with it and closing the room, this imaginary room in your head of like, it's me and music. Me and music. You want to add something more, like you want to perform? Me, music, camera. Me, music, camera. Okay? There's a bunch of people. Me, music, and those people. But nothing expectations or nothing. I'm just like trying to be me with the song once. Right? More important, music. Like connect with the music at the point that you forgot that where you are. And that song is that song, bro. It's addictive. I love that. Yeah, I just get it when I'm freestyling.
Yeah. I have my thoughts on this, and you can ignore me because I'm not as amazing as Yerson. But for me, you know what's weird is that when other people in my group are nervous, it makes me more calm and confident because it gives me perspective. Like, why are you guys nervous? Like, second thing, I do my best to prepare. I drill myself beforehand. So
I do not.
yeah, he doesn't, but I have to because I'm not as talented. So I drill myself so that by the time I show up to filming or performance, I'm confident. So I know I did my work. If I mess up, I mess up. And the
Oh
third,
no, yeah, I do.
yeah. And the third thing is usually in performances is better. But for me, I realize that for other people, the stakes are so high because they don't want to mess up. They don't want to look bad and it's scary. For me, I'm like, there's no stakes. I mess up. Who cares?
But
And
it's
a
also because
performance.
you're not trying to look good.
No, yeah, see, that's the other thing is for me, it's a mind game because I know they're trying to look good. And to me, I'm telling them like, okay, we're just filming. We can do another take. But they're so like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. I will die if I don't do this perfect take. I'm like,
Yeah.
then, but see, my point is they put that mental burden on themselves and now they mess up. But if they just realize, okay, this is not serious, I will do my best and I want to do my best, but I'm not putting this unneeded pressure, they will perform better more time.
Yeah, actually, I do that when it's so tough. When we like filming, recording, it's the seventh time, or we already like everybody's tired. So what I'm doing at that moment is try to change the topic. Like, let's have fun, guys.
Yeah,
Let's,
switch
let's
it.
and yeah, start joking with
Taking
people.
the brain out of it.
Yeah. Relax the body, relax our brains with some jokes, and that is when it comes back again. Okay, let's have fun. And sometimes when you're having fun, the facials comes. It just comes. It just appears.
Yeah. That's what I mean by if you reframe it as this isn't the end of the world. Obviously, we want to do good. But if I think of it as it's not a big deal, then now I have more fun and obviously I look better. And I want people to feel the same way. Obviously, it might be a serious gig or whatever, and you want to do your best. But I think if you can reframe it like what Yerson's saying, it will help you out. You have one more question?
Yeah.
We can switch topics after this.
Yeah, how
This is
to
fun.
add
You
facials.
guys,
Okay, I got it.
it's got us all hyped up and spicy. We got our hot takes already.
Oh, I want to get better at dancing. I want to move like a K-pop idol and also like a real dancer. I want to learn both styles. Okay, this is from one of my biggest students that I have. That's a good point. Like K-pop idols and real dancers are different. Like when you see K-pop idols, you see a product. You're watching a product. It's made it for you to like you. It's made it to make you buy it. Dancers, like actually dancers, performers who like care more about the feeling what is going on, like theatrical dancers, contemporary dancers, b-boying, all those stuff has different ways to show their talent or their passion, right? So all of them are completely opposite. You want to dominate both of them, it's gonna be hard. I would say if you want to be an idol, theater maybe it can help you to control your facials, your performance, how to show your body in front of the camera or all the stuff because it's connected. You want to be a real dancer, like full dancer, like artist dancer, and start connecting with the actual feelings or emotions because the facials or like the body language change when you stop thinking about to look good. So both of them are connected because both of them are dancing, but at the same time, it's a different training,
Different intentions, different training, and different purpose, like what you're saying.
The purpose matter, like everything. The meaning of the steps matter too. Yeah, so idols, K-pop idol is harder. So yeah, it's just take some theater if you want to. I have friends who actually do theater and musicals, and they're the best facials that I have ever seen. And the control of the camera is amazing.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
exactly. Okay, do you want to switch topics?
Sure.
Okay. The last one is social media, being a content creator, influencer, and then friendship. So, yeah, we were talking about this before, but sometimes social media, we both feel the similar way. Sometimes it can be draining and sometimes it can feel fake. Obviously, if you've ever been on the internet, you know that a lot of it is fake. And sometimes the social media landscape, we feel scared to share our downsides, the bad sides, or like when we're feeling like it's not a good day and we feel like we have to share our highlights or the best parts of our world and things like that.
This when it becomes to be a job.
Exactly. When it comes to jobs. Yeah. If you want to share your thoughts, because you shared how like you shared a post recently that was more vulnerable and it wasn't all happy and sunshine, but you found that you got a lot of support for that. You have any thoughts on like how we can approach?
Yeah. Like the last video, no, it was not the last video, but one of the videos I was like, okay, whole story of the video. I post those videos because it's like 3 songs freestyles that I had to do at that moment. I was really stressed and I was in the parking lot and I was like, I don't have to go home early. I don't feel like I want to be at home in presence of nobody because I have roommates. I was like, I'm just gonna dance a little. So I put some earbuds and start moving. By the way, when I have with the earbuds on, like this cancel sound, so I don't hear anything else more than that, right? So it's very personal, very intimate. But I was like, I'm gonna record it because I'm sometimes when you have the more deepest feelings of your heart, happiness, sadness, anger, whatever, you produce beautiful things. Even that is sad to see it, but it's beautiful things. So I was like, I gotta be comfortable and I cannot lose these good ideas. And I'm gonna do some freestyle because I'm also working in choreographing and stuff to add it in some of my pieces. So I recorded, I edited, and I just posted as in my close friend stories. And one of my friends told me like, you should post it. And I was like, but this is very personal. In my head, I didn't answer that. It's very personal. And at that moment, I noticed it that my Instagram becomes to be just my good things because it's my resume of the dancer, right? So my good things, good things, good things, performances, show, classes, and stuff. And I don't have an actually post about myself. I don't know if you can see it. So when I wanted to share this, I actually got it. So I posted 5 days later, and I wanted to show that I wasn't okay. I'm okay. Okay, I'm okay. But at that moment, I was feeling like I'm gonna try to be okay, and I'm just gonna go deep on my I'm not okay. So I just dance, I'm freestyling, and so if some people felt it, and then it's when I noticed that Instagram, social media, is become to be just it's becoming being like something very. I gotta show what is good for me. I gotta show what is good for me and know what it looks good for the people. I want to show a product, and it's not yourself, and that's sad. Even before Facebook, you used to share so many weird things, pictures, random pictures, and it was fun. The beginning of social media, but now people knows that you can do money in social media. People know that some of the self thing comes from likes, comments, and stuff. So you don't want to be vulnerable on social media. And this video was actually me being vulnerable. And I got so many good feedbacks from all people. I didn't expect that. At that moment, I forgot to cancel the comments, but it was like, glad I didn't because I saw some people get touched. I read some people that come for me and texting me back like, hey, are you fine? Everything. I'm fine. Like literally, if I posted, it's because I've already get over it. But I'm happy that you guys feel related and you feel something real in a page that is being very fake lately. So I wouldn't say social media is a bad thing, but I feel like now it's just a job thing. It's like it's a work shit. Like and it's annoying though. I don't want to be part of it, but I have to. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
You don't have to. So I hate you.
He's jealous.
Yeah.
See, so we don't want to trade our problems for anyone else's. But on that topic, so we both know friends who do social media like as a job, career, like content creation, and they make money from it. And we also have friends who do it for fun, right? And both sides of it. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah. So this is funny. I have friends who just made social media for work, and it worked it. They made so much effort on it, so they get any money. I have friends who just it just because they were bored and they were just having fun, and it worked it. I have friends who started like that as a social recreation because they don't have social friends or anything, and it becomes to be a job in the end of the day, but they don't want to accept it. So it's like interesting to see those people like showing random videos and stuff, and some people get the followers, some people not, and people who has the work, the job is become to be very stressful for them, and most of the time they are no actually what you see on videos, right? My friend who also does this for fun and is himself, he's like that. He's actually like that. So I can trust nothing on social media. And the other person, she's very good at all of that, but she doesn't take it as a work, as a job. But Instagram is giving her a lot of opportunities, big opportunities. She's taking it, sometimes not, but because she doesn't realize that it's a job or not. Like she doesn't want to take it as a job. So it confused me, bro. What should I do here, though? If I'm being real, or I should go for the job because it's money, right? And we need it. USA, we need it. It's getting tough like nowadays. So I'm like, My friends who does it for fun, they are actually having fun doing it. But at the same time, it's stressful to keep on touch of Instagram or keep the followers and stuff because they sometimes burn out too. And it's hard to make a pause of it. I don't know. I can make videos every day. And I don't know how they do it. I guess the guy who's making fun is having fun with it. It's not hard for him, I guess. But the people who's working on it, I know that they are actually taking hours and hours editing and making, filming. And so I personally, I don't like it though.
You're stuck, man. But yeah, I get that too. I was going to ask like what you think the approach is, but for me personally, and I shared about this with my episode with Blessy because we did content creation and we made like good money on that. And so now I know what it takes and I know what it pays. And for me, I have, like you said, I have the fortune and I'm ability to now I can choose what I want to do. And I found that being on the hamster wheel of content creation, for me, I didn't enjoy it. It's not my personality. It's like fake, it's cringe. And it was fun when I was building our channel for a year and a half and people enjoyed what we put out. And that's great. But I had the self-awareness to know that it was draining me because I don't like filming. I don't like editing. I don't like being fake. I don't like trying to create something for someone else to enjoy. I would rather put out content so now I only put out content and focus on content that gives me energy, that I don't care who likes it or who resonates with it. And I don't care about the likes. It's hard. And I know I have the fortune to be able to do that, like the ability to, but I don't want to do something that I feel like I have to do it, be on the hamster wheel and being drained and like it's a job. Because if I'm treating it like a job, I better get paid good money. But yeah, it's tough.
No, it's really hard to get to that moment when you can live with it.
Of course.
And when you get that point, it's like you got stuck.
Now you're stuck because now you rely on it.
Yeah, if you just stop that, what you have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like if TikTok is banned, if Instagram is banned, or if your followers leave you or there's some sort of scandal, then you're out of luck because if that's your livelihood. For me personally, my philosophy is always you have multiple things, you have good financial habits so that you never feel stuck. And that's what I tried to do for my first half of my life.
I'm not.
Sorry. He'll get there. Shut up, He'll figure it out.
I'm not.
So I'm
going to throw myself somewhere. Please collab. I'm dying.
Yerson, just start an OnlyFans. Just F it.
Bro, it's on my head. Don't bring it up.
Leave in the comments if you want him to have an OnlyFans. If he gets 100
what
comments.
What kind of content also, okay? OnlyFans is not just that
You can't
content,
just say
okay?
OnlyFans. You have to also say what kind of content you want from Yerson. So.
Yeah. Don't just drop it and buy.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
Just get ideas. Give me content ideas.
100 legit.
I'm a
unique.
I don't have ideas for
unique requests for Yerson to have an OnlyFans, and he will think about it.
Bro, I don't know what to do on Instagram. Honestly, if you're watching this, just let me know what to do. What do you want to do? What do you want to hear? Like, I wanted to make videos about dance and stuff. Yeah. Like, post videos about teaching and stuff. It's hard. I tried. I cried. It was so hard for me to stand up and watch the camera and be like talking to somebody. Yeah. There's no feedback. Yeah. Some of my friends record my classes on when I'm talking. Did you take my classes? You know that I always open a TikTok from nowhere and I start talking about life or dance in general. Come classes is funny. You come to laugh at least. And so they recorded. So I saw me talking and yeah, I'm not sure if I should post it.
You don't like it?
I kind of like it, but at the same time, it's like the way that I speak is not properly.
Oh,
and I'm still thinking it come back to social media, right? I want to show something perfect. Maybe I shouldn't care. I shouldn't care and I should share it.
Yeah.
Maybe. But what do you want?
Just ask them. Yeah. Let us know, guys.
Yeah. But on social media in general, guys, don't take anything like it's the main thing.
Yeah.
You got to meet the person. You got to see the person before you judge. If you like what you're watching, is a product. Is the person in the screen. Mm-hmm. Is not a real person. Mm-hmm. So some of them also go to the person on, hey, make a joke, make a that, when in the street. Come on. Let me leave. Yeah. I'm sad. It's sad that some of my influencers or content creators, friends, when they outside, they have to hide themselves.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
They feel like that to be different or persona.
Yeah.
Okay, last question, last topic. We'll see how far we get into this. But we talked about fake friends. No, I'm just kidding. Real friends. But I think this is something I've been pondering, and I feel like you have thoughts on this too, which is friendships. I think as we get older and we have more networks and friends, we see the signs and characteristics of people, and we now have a better idea of what we gravitate towards, what we don't like, what we do like. And maybe I can start off, but For me, I've been a little bit more
Mm.
selective with who I hang out with because for me, the biggest thing that I look for in good friends is integrity, meaning they are the same people to my face and behind my back. And they do what they say and vice versa. But I found that sometimes I'm around people who will treat me one way in person and then another way in social media or another way behind my back with other friends. And I don't have energy or time for that. And so I'm more easily to cut you out if I feel like you don't have that integrity. At the same time, if I feel like you have integrity, I will like invest more of my energy into you because I'd rather be around those types of people.
Yeah, what I was telling you when we were at Starbucks, we were talking about this, and it's now it's even harder because sometimes they don't do it in purpose. But if you're trying to make a friend, actually a friend, you gotta be yourself, right? Like completely open yourself, like your type of jokes, that type of you are, the way that you walk, the way that you talk. It's harder, I know, but that's the only way that you're gonna find an actual friend because you're gonna start being the fake friend, even though you think that my people are fake, but the you were real. Like when you were being with them, you actually said what you think, what you thought, or do you actually did what you like? Did you? If you did that, okay, maybe they are the problem because they've been trying to be your friend. They've been trying, but I feel like friendship isn't something that you can't try. You gotta just let it happen. It could be for some circumstances that you met each other in the same K-pop team, in the same friendship zone, or in the same school language, whatever that you met. And you share something that we both had in common and you start talking and blah, blah, blah. But at the moment that you have to say, oh, I like this, but you don't, yeah, why are you trying to be their friends? Are you actually earning something? And that is when I notice it. Like people comes to me, it's also like, oh, there's that. Oh yeah, I like it too. I like that too. But it feels sometimes like, do you actually though? Because I actually asked about it, and oh yeah, no, no, it's not what I'm saying. Like it's not actually the same thing what I was talking. And like, why you want to be my friend? Are you seeing that you can say take something from me? Because I have nothing else to do. Like I'm just a teacher. I'm just a dancer. Oh, maybe you want that, like classes and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of hard, but I would appreciate more if you just being honest with yourself. Like it feels, I can feel it. I'm very sensitive and I can feel when someone is being fake. And not all the time, because I just realized that someone that it was really close to me and knows everything about me. And that's a problem. I open myself so much to that person. Open, like all my good and bad sides. And they ended up using against me. Or I just realized that 1 year ago, this person opened it up to some to people that it shouldn't be. It was something private. And so what do you earn with it? Like what are you earning with all of these problems? What do you want? Like you cannot be that kind of friend. Like it's annoying though. Don't be fake, bro. Come on. Try to be yourself like all the time. And if I like it or not, it's fine. We never gonna like each other so much. Okay. Whole thing. There's things about you that I also don't like. I hate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But there is so much good things about you that I really appreciate all the time. And one of those is like you always being honest and you always tell me that how the things or the things that you think how it is. And I also share. And there's moments when we are not agree each other. And then when we fight, and there's when we was not kidding.
I don't think we ever fight, but we obviously don't think the same all the time, obviously.
Yeah, he hit me in the face 3 times. No, I'm kidding.
I wish.
No. No, you never. I wish.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. It's just that. It's like, even that I have some experience with fake friends, it's always someone there. So the only thing I'm trying to be myself. Even when there is moments when I'm hanging out with people, new people, hi new people. If I ever hang out with you and you found me so weird though, or like I'm doing weird jokes and stuff. Sorry, that's me.
It's him.
That's me. It's just me being me.
That's the thing about Yerson that I appreciate is that he's authentic. He doesn't really try to be fake. He's obviously a nice guy and social, but I've never felt like Yerson is being fake. That's why he's so weird, because he's normal, right?
And I get it. There's some things that I always cross the line because sometimes I get to be a little bit mean with jokes and stuff. I am.
At least he's authentic. That's the thing.
But yeah, just let me know. I wouldn't say I'm the nicest guy. Nicest guy.
Yeah.
nicest guy of the world.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, I have my own bad things too.
Mhm.
But that's me. That's my whole package.
I was going to say that because I'm starting to appreciate more when people are more honest and they tell me no or I tell them no and we're like, okay, cool. That's fine. Because now I know what you're all about and I don't feel like you're trying to manipulate me or people please or put on a fake front because I know we don't need to agree about everything. I don't need to agree with you on everything for me to feel like you're a good friend. Because as long as we're honest with each other, I like this, you like this, or we don't agree, if we get to the point where we disagree, then I know that I trust you more because you now trust me enough to tell me what you think and you're not being fake. And so I appreciate those types of friends more. And of course, you don't have to like your friends like all the time.
No, well, yeah, not all the time, of course.
Like, meaning like you don't have to agree with everything, right? As long as they don't cross the line ethically. But what I mean is, I trust people more if they can tell me no and be for real. And because I know I can do the same thing with them and they won't betray me because they know who I am.
I guess like people is scared of rejection too.
Of course.
Like
yeah,
they
that's
scared if I do this or I said something, my friend is gonna hate me and I don't wanna have friends anymore.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't need those friends.
Yeah.
If you see somebody who just walk out because you did or you say something wrong and he doesn't even try to guide you or do the effort or asking you about, hey, this is exactly what you mean, it's exactly what you try to say, or you know that this is wrong, this is blah. They doesn't try to educate you, doesn't accept you with your mistakes and your behaviors. Is actually your friend though? That's not a quality of friends that you have. If you have to be the coolest guy in the world or you have to be the nicest person, the perfect person for your friends, it's draining, bro. So there is when you actually be like, my social battery is over.
Battery is gone.
I cannot be social and blah, blah, blah. It's because you're not being real then.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a sign. If you feel like you're being drained in your social circles, maybe it's because you feel like you can't be yourself.
and sometimes it's not even their fault. Are they willing to listen to you? They're willing to accept you how you are. Just go for it. Try it. If you lose it, you lose it. I know it's hard. I'm just saying
hard.
like it's easier.
Yeah. We get it. Like we understand because we talked about this too. Like we know everything is hard.
It is.
We're saying what we should do, but it's even hard for us too as well.
It was
So
hard.
just
Yeah.
try your best, guys.
I'm remember you're talking with two guys is really old right now.
Yeah.
Yo, we're really old. We're 40, 40, 48, 50, 52, 52, 52, right? 52.
Whatever you're saying. Okay, we're at time now,
Oh,
so
jeez.
let's wrap it up. But it was a great conversation so far, so I appreciate you, man.
Don't worry.
We'll end with gratitude, Yerson. Shout out to my mom, Yerson. What are you grateful for?
I guess like after all these 3 years teaching right here, I'm really grateful for having the best community about teaching. Like the students, thank you for coming with the best energy ever. Thank you for always listening when I'm saying random things, the TikToks, and sometimes it doesn't even make sense, but I know that you get touched. Thank you for always being on classes. That's the best way that you can support me or sharing and all the stuff. Thank you for always reach out if I'm okay or not. You know that you are my family at this point. And I love teaching and I wouldn't love it if I didn't have so many good experiences on it. I'm really, really grateful for every single all the students. I always see people coming back and it feels amazing. And even when you're having a bad time and we can talk about it after and you share your experiences with me, it made me feel more important in this world. Like at the same time that this is not my intention. It's not my intention to be there and help you for everything. My intention is inspire you. I cannot control your mind, but when you get touched and you tell me like you went through bad things and you just go better because classes or you got inspired or you just got the energy that you needed, it just made me feel like we're making a better world. And even if it's just in our area, it feels great. So I feel really, really grateful for all of that. So thank you guys for the great energy and so much support, love, and especially how you're growing. Is the best way that you can say thank you. A teacher is growing. Like seeing you growing, it feels great.
Nice, love it. All right, any last ask from the audience? Anything you want to ask them, or any final takeaways you want them to have from our conversation?
I would say, guys, if you ever see somebody or if you ever feel like you're doing too much for somebody, question yourself if you actually want to do it because you want it or you're just trying to these people like you or you're trying to those people you getting something for them. Because sometimes we made the mistake of being greedy, like you want to approach to somewhere that you would do anything is being fake for it. So it's we don't notice it, but we sometimes do it. Yeah, know yourself, know what you want, and if those people around you want the same thing, why not work together, go through it together, but don't force yourself to be part of a social circle. The social circle gonna comes once that you are real, and it's hard to be real, but it's the only way to have real people around you.
Cool. I love it. We can end it there. All right. Yerson, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's always fun to have you on the show. So maybe we'll do it again. Cool. Yeah. Final sign off.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, subscribe, comment everything below. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Reminder to always. Oh, sorry, Yerson. You'll find all of his links in the socials. Check him out. Follow him.
Come to classes.
Sign up for his classes. He's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, K-pop teacher in OC. Yeah. Reminder to be kind to other people, especially yourself, and remember that you can always learn something from someone if you take the time to listen. So thanks for being here.